By the powers vested in me as Vice-Chancellor and Principal, I hereby constitute this assembly as a legal congregation of the University of Pretoria. During this assembly, degrees and diplomas with all the associated rights and privileges will be conferred and awarded to the candidates whose names appear in the program. We request all of you to join us in silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievements of our students. As Vice-Chancellor and Principal of the University of Pretoria, I extend a hearty word of welcome to you at this virtual graduation ceremony. I would like to welcome the Dean and the Deputy Dean of the faculty, along with all persons to whom degrees and diplomas will be conferred and awarded to. We also welcome families, friends, and spouses to this virtual graduation ceremony. This is the third virtual graduation ceremony the university has held in the past year, after we were obliged to depart from the traditional graduation format as a result of COVID-19 pandemic, which, as you know, has made large physical gatherings impossible for the time being. Our first virtual graduation season commenced just 10 days after the declaration of the national state of disaster towards the end of March 2020. It was memorable not only for that sobering reason, but also for a more agreeable one. During those first virtual ceremonies, the University of Pretoria conferred 11,001 qualifications on graduates in absentia. This was a record number for the university and one of the largest graduating cohorts, if not the largest, in South Africa at the time. I'm delighted to share with you that the autumn 2021 graduation season is now breaking that record. In this graduation season, we'll be conferring a total of 11,424 qualifications, including 198 doctorates and 1,289 master's degrees. This is a great achievement, especially in these uncertain and unpredictable times. Such an achievement is simply magnificent. I mean this on two levels. One is the outstanding personal effort you put into persevering with your studies when normal study routines and methodologies had suddenly been upended, and I'll say more about this later. The other level concerns the collective contribution of this graduating cohort to the skills of our country and more broadly our continent. Compared to the rest of the world, South Africa and Africa as a whole have very low graduation rates per capita, a state of affairs that perpetually widens the skills gap. The fact that we at the University of Pretoria are now graduating such a large number of cohort of graduates is good news indeed for the development of our country and the continent. But this welcome injection of skills is not only about numbers. Just as important are the kinds of skills and the quality of skills that you, our graduates, will be bringing with you into whatever career or study pathway you choose to pursue from this point. For instance, the University of Pretoria students once again excelled in the ITC, the initial test of competence, which is the first professional exam for prospective chartered accountants. In November 2020, students from our Faculty of Economic and Management Sciences again achieved first position in South Africa. This feat followed on the first place we achieved in the January 2020 ITC, when an unprecedented 7 out of the top 10 students in the country were from this university. In addition, UP won the 2020 Chartered Institute of Management Accountants CIMA Prize Winner Excellence Award, as well as the Institute's Global Excellence Award at its first ever virtual award ceremony. These awards recognize university partners with top performing CIMA students in case study exams, as well as university partners that have achieved the highest pass rates for CIMA exams. What makes these accomplishments even more special is that our students excelled despite the disruption of having their ITC exam deferred from June 2020 to November 2020 owing to lockdown regulations. Well done to every one of you who was part of this incredible effort. Not content with notching up all the accomplishments I've just listed, we are also making history. One of our PhD graduates, Dr. Tumeka Mashova Raimudzisi, is the first Black female chartered accountant to receive a PhD in leadership. This is a noteworthy achievement, testament to your commitment and dedication. Congratulations. If time permitted, which it unfortunately does not, there will be many other examples of achievement under pressure that I could share with you as testimony to the resilience and endurance of the human spirit. In my book, every one of you has shown resilience and endurance during unprecedented turbulence and upheaval. The university is proud of you all. All your hard work, tenacity, and resilience has helped to get you to this point. Yes, the Institute certainly played its part. As the Vice Chancellor and Principal of the University of Pretoria, I know what efforts and energies were invested in keeping the academic program going and enabling our students to succeed during the most protracted campus closures in our history. But what stands out for me is not the effort UP made in rolling out laptops and remote learning technologies, so much as the skills you, our graduates, gained from the experience. For our graduates to make a difference in society, they need to be creative, flexible, resilient, entrepreneurial, and collaborative. I can state with confidence that this graduating cohort has these qualities in abundance. They will serve you and our country well. University too has learned a lot from this pandemic. As you know, our preferred mode of teaching and learning before this health crisis has been the hybrid approach, a delivery model that makes use of traditional classroom-based learning tools supplemented by online and technology-supported activities. On the strength of our experiences online during this pandemic, we are reimagining the modes of teaching and learning that we are adopting for the future. Teaching and learning are going to be interesting spaces for innovation, creativity, and experimentation. Above all, we aim to provide a rich interactive experience that is educative and not just instructional, and which results in well-educated, skilled, socially engaged, and sensitive graduates eager to transform our society, our continent, and the world. We also aim to enable students to become graduates who can engage in lifelong learning, where they unlearn and relearn. In this way, they can navigate the emerging world of work that is an outcome of multiple disruptions of the life and the world as we know it, including the disruptions caused by rapid technological change. In the near future, we'll be launching a Center for the Study of the Future of Work. Allow me to touch briefly on the disruptions you, our graduates, experienced during your studies in 2020. I know that all of you were affected by the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic while you were studying. However, what I and my colleagues at the university do not necessarily know is what trials and tribulations you, individually and personally, experienced while completing your qualification. We do not know what difficulties and distractions were going on around you while you were studying for that crucial test, or writing or revising the next chapter of your thesis or dissertation, or what additional responsibilities you took on in your living space and with regard to your loved ones while soldiering through your year of completion. Were you perhaps one of the many South Africans separated from loved ones as a result of traveling restrictions and border closures? What personal sadnesses and sufferings and hardships did you endure as a result of COVID or otherwise in that most crucial time of your studies? Did you suffer loss of family and close ones, friends, fellow students, or colleagues? My colleagues and I cannot know what your lived experience was as you toiled to complete your degree, diploma, or certificate. What we do know without a shadow of doubt is that your success is hard-won and deeply deserved. Earning a qualification from the University of Pretoria is an achievement to cherish. Earning qualifications in the time of COVID-19 is in a class of its own. You, together with the 11,001 graduates of autumn 2020 and the 1,380 graduates of summer 2020, are unique. You have succeeded, and we celebrate your achievement today. On behalf of the broader community of the University of Pretoria, please accept my heartfelt congratulations. Your graduation ceremony is your moment of triumph to savor, celebrate, share with family and friends, and remember for the rest of your life. We hope to one day return to physical graduation ceremonies where graduates can walk across the stage in the presence of family and friends and take photographs. For now, virtual graduation ceremonies such as these play an indispensable role in your journey with the university. This is because a virtual graduation is a legally constituted assembly that enables you to formally graduate so that you can receive your certificate and use it to open whatever doors you have intended to unlock, whether in the form of further studies, of course, at the University of Pretoria, or in your career or profession. May it lead you to more opportunities and serve you well. Turning now to the future. In the same way that you and your fellow graduates are on the verge of the next stage of fulfilling your dreams for your life, so is the University of Pretoria. As I briefly mentioned earlier, we've been using the challenges presented by the global health pandemic to begin rethinking, reimagining, and repositioning the university itself. The university can play an essential role in co-creating the country and continent we want post-COVID-19. Here at the University of Pretoria, we see an opportunity to be one of the agents and drivers of change in Africa and globally, finding and deploying innovative ways to address poverty, unemployment, inequality, and social injustice. UP, as you know, is a hub for new ideas. When it comes to COVID-19 research, we are involved at multiple levels. We are researching genome profiles to be able to identify who in the population is at higher risk of contracting fatal viruses and other diseases. We are also researching how people in society behave during a pandemic. Because if we don't understand this, we cannot manage the spread optimally. We participated in international COVID-19 clinical trials and produced sanitizers, face masks, and face shields. Our Faculty of Health Sciences quickly incorporated COVID-19 into the primary healthcare curriculum. This is how we will need to respond to pandemics in the future, with rapid responses focused on multi-sectoral interventions. For example, our university is the only representative from Africa in the new University Social Responsibility Network, an international group of 16 top universities. And last year, the Times Higher Education's Impact Rankings rated UP among the top 100 universities in the world for its social and economic impact in 3 categories, based on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, otherwise known as the SDGs. These are quality education, industry, innovation and infrastructure, and peace, justice, and strong institutions. We envisage a better, more sustainable world characterized by prosperity, genuine democracy, peace, equity and equality, social justice, and ethical use of all resources. And we are convinced we can co-create this just new world through high-quality hybrid teaching, together with transdisciplinary research and social engagement that is impactful. And of course, this co-creation must harness the collective expertise, energies, and goodwill of our family of alumni, among whom you, this season's graduates, can now be counted. As the new alumni of the University of Pretoria, remember the values from UP to always strive for excellence, persevere, respect everyone, be creative, innovate, embrace diversity, grow, be a lifelong learner, be kind, and make a difference every day. This is what makes the UP way of life. I appeal to you to be part of our quest to rethink, reimagine, and reposition the University of Pretoria, and in so doing, contribute to the co-creation of the Africa we want. Please take the next step by downloading the UP Connect Graduate app. keeping you connected to your alma mater, and offering access to the many opportunities available to our alumni wherever in the world you are. Remember to always keep in contact with the alumni office at UP and let us know when your contact details change. No matter where you end up in the world, remember that you are part of the UP family, whose overarching strength is its diversity in terms of staff, students, the programs offered, and areas of research that define its excellence. We're an institution on its way to becoming a beacon for demographic diversity and inclusivity, a future-oriented and focused university that is a driver of social change. Congratulations on your graduation and enjoy the celebrations with your loved ones. Take pride in the sense of achievement that comes with knowing that you have excelled against all odds. I hereby confer and award all degrees and diplomas in absentia with the associated rights and privileges to all candidates whose names appear in the graduation program.
Bachelor of Commerce in Financial Sciences, Anwar Ghafoor, Lauren Ludik, Koketso Mabena, Thando Mabena, Njabulo Makatini, Tlou Manamela, Leo Mutebojane, Sitlalegosi Motsielwa, Israel Motswatswe, Joy Ndori, Reabetswe Phati, Relebohile Rathaba, Irvia Schroeder, Nozipho Sbia, Irene Slutweg, Henk Freinhoek, Cameron Armstrong, Sharissa Begeman, Gara Bench, Laura Burzen, Marinthia Bezeidenhout, Yasira Bakhtaver, Murane Bupape, Josh Bueta, Sabrina Bradshaw, Chanel Briet, Nina Britz, Jenna Berno with distinction, Jasmine Cobb, Keegan Katsir, Jandri Conradi, Martinus de Beer, Carmi de Jager, Marius de Jager, Nita Duplessis with distinction, Jonathan Durant, Nika Durant, Nelissa Zina, Chelsea Alski, Sharnay Engelbrecht with distinction, Ryan Enkovitz, Emis Erasmus, Carla Esterheiser, Rachel Evans with distinction, Joanne Fowler, Tyler Jamie Ferguson, Heini Ferreira, Nikki Fouché, Taylor France, Yuri Freislich, Bianca Geswind, Denal Gijsbers, Maria Gogo with distinction, Bianca Goth, Rajeshwari Govender, Tevan Govender, Khanyisa Qoboka, Nikita Grosser, Tommy Grant, Jared Green, Hamza Hassim, Daniel Hatting, Lianai Henning, Ntombi Hlongwane, Manelisa Hlophe, Francois Human, Giselle Human, Naim Ismail, Karel Jacobs, Jason Young, Wandri Jansen van Vieren, Richard Joubert, Dion Kelbroek, Shanae Kemp, Cameron Keelock, Mukhadi Kabele, Oleboheng Kuno, Bavesh Kurti, Jacques Kloppers, Andrea Kokoles with distinction, Tapiwa Komichi, Martin Kusel, Pumelela Quinana, Isabella Leroy, Khutazo Lekhetenyane, Nteboheng Lisia, Bianca Levy, Claudia Loregian, Analda Lawrence, Trevor Lawrence, Ricardo Luis, Reinhard Lotter, Tumelo Mabukane, Katlejo Mabuza with distinction, Linda Mabuza, Precious Mabuza, Mandla Makongo, Badanile Mahlangu, Nqobile Mahlangu, Ntando yenkosi Mahlangu, Fundile Mahlasela, Rizka Mohammed, Uratile Mahupa, Amugelani Mayimela, Aiden Maestri, Tsiamo Mahaye, Ditlalana Maheru, Tato Makofane, Litabo Makua, Mohatlolegedi Malefo with distinction, Buipilo Mamabolo with distinction, Monica Manilal with distinction, Buledi Maputa, Ntombiningi Maseko, Anelisiwe Maseti, Patricia Maslela, Tulufelo Maslela, Michelle Masarugi, Basitsana Matebe, Sasavona Matebula, Michaela Matlare, Tinyiko Machokane, Rearabetswe Matsidiso, Kwenzokuhle Mazibuko, Nozipho Mbogane, Mlungisi Mbuto, Mitchell Mugens, Donovan Meyer, Vasilios Michaelidis, Clementine Mkandawire, Nonhlanhla Mkhaliphi, Isabel Mlambo, Lebogang Mnguni, Mabato Mnyakeni, Sharon Mudiba with distinction, Caroline Modisakeng, Oteng Modise, Litabo Modezal, Frederick Mohakane, Evelyn Mohashwa, Palisa Mohoboya, Mojile Mohlala, Tshepiso Moilwa, Kineiwe Mokwatle, Mankwe Moloto, Mashego Moloya, Khuthatso Montana, Kiran Murkot, Mahlaku Mosehla, Rachel Moshia, Maggie Mutlowung, Amogelang Motsei, Tsulufelo Motsekwa, Nompa Mposhomao, Buang Mpiane, Peter Mtembi, Nolazi Mthethwa, Thandiwe Mthombeni, Thandeka Mtshali, Musa Mudau, Leanne Miller, Munyaradzi Munatsi, Asephelele Muthwa, Angel Mvambo, Mpendulo Mzizi, Trisen Naidu, Lebogang Ndlovu, Marizet Nal, Atinga Mulichi Netengwe, Mashudu Netsipale, Tiffany Ngomsi Simo, Abby Ngobeni, Unazo Ningi, Lungile Nkosi, Nomthandazo Nkosi, Newo Nku, Valentine Nonqoba, Ahmed Noor Mohammed, Dean Packham, Francois Peens, Kamogelo Phetle, Magomotsi Phukubye, Cornelia Pieterse, Savannah Pike with distinction, Kiara Pisapia with distinction, Boipelo Powe, Damien Potts, Priti Bradip, Kyle Priest, Albertus Pretorius, Minette Prinsloo, Lulama Khatebe, Tabiso Khatebe, Kanya Ralana with distinction, Molisa Ramalisa, Sophie Ramshaba, Dylan Randall, Bafokeng Rantwa, Stephanus Rautenbach, Michaela Reddy, Lebogang Rekotso, Kiara Rourke, Nioyame Rolashe with distinction, Mohammed Saluji, James Sargent, Willem Skeppers, Mapula Siabi, Litabo Sebesho, Amogelang Sibotsa, Ocheone Sedutla, Mailula Sikwaila, Riabetswe Seletisha, Joyce Silibi, Ntabiseng Sepochwane, Jivesh Siupao, Portia Shakwane, Kudzai Shana, Van Gent Siberachen, Luhle Skosana, Carmi Smith, Christian Smith, Jonik Smith, Kumo Wetsile Songwane, Kanyisile Skosha, Dion Strydom, Sumeri Strydom, Duncan Stewart William, Brian Sweetlove, Tinotenda Takawira, Jessica Taylor, Amara Tayob, Moshe Tanza, Tulufelo Tswaile, Bryce Tullis, Kuligani Twala, Dewald van den Berg with distinction, Katrien van den Berg, Kort van Eck, Cornelius van Geffen, Denel van Heerden, Mariska van Heerden, Isal van Rensberg, Mia van Rooyen, Michael van Rooyen, Marasai van Staden, Elisma van Tonder, Franja van Vieren, Deirdre van Wyk with distinction, Divan van Wyk, Lelani van Seil, Mazwi Villane, Brigitte van Lingeling, Laika Waja, Bradley Wessey, Jade Westerway, Dominique Wiggle, Amy Lee Wrigley, Nombuso Aba with distinction, Courtney Young, Sanele Zama, Snetemba Zwane. In investment management, Ntutuko Dlamini, Tabang Masipa, Amogelang Matabe, Rebile Matebula, Tsepang Matsele, Kyle Rupram, Berend van Staden, Kiana Baron Williamson with distinction, Dominique Beattie, Luke Bennett, Michael Bucher, Chloe Catterick with distinction, Sean Chanels, Tiago da Cruz, David De Beer, Byron Doyle with distinction, Hasina Ibrahim, Hanlu Esterhuizen with distinction, Rajay Esterhuizen, Mohammed Khamildin, Anthony Glatz, Devashni Govender, Matthew Greatwood, Drickus Greiling, Buikarabelo Hlahane, Nicola Horn, Megan Hughes, Jacques Yehu with distinction, Tinyeko Kubai, Takunda Kunzekwekuta, Mantlakane Langa, Atlechang lefifi. Ellsworth Litswalo. Inge Lombard. Tumisang Make. Braden Mackenzie. Marupeng Mahlabekhuane. Londiwe Makubu. Tabang Mampane. Petule Maponya. Batainashe Masekesa with distinction. Nicole Masson with distinction. Ryan Morrison. Darren Mubaiwa. Panashe Mwamuka. Christian Ninaber. Esti Westeisen. Vasilios Panousis. Talia Pillay. Rebecca Rosenbaum with distinction. Christian Schultz. Kilebugile Sileke. Tsedimusu Sibigo with distinction. Andrew Surgel. Kingsley Southey. Nanuchka Spiegelhof. Maxine Taylor. Michelle van der Waart with distinction. Pieter van der Waart. André van Locherenberg. Kennen van Square. Michael van Vieren. Tatum van den Berg. Ilandri Visser. Sean Weideman. Sipesihle Zikubu. Tshepo Ziahlo. Achievement Awards.
I'll now introduce to you the recipient of the Vice Chancellor and Principals Award. The following candidate distinguished herself during 2020 as the overall top achiever in her faculty. Congratulations.
Award of the Vice Chancellor and Principal. Monica Manilal.
Let us give our graduates a big hand for their hard work and perseverance. I would like to thank the families, friends, and spouses for supporting our graduates during their studies. We have now come to the end of the proceedings. Please join us in singing the national anthem. By the powers vested in me, I hereby dissolve this assembly of the University of Pretoria.
Gaudiamus igitur juvenestum sumus. Gaudiamus igitur juvenestum sumus. Post jucundam juventutem, post molestam senectutem, nos habet